Fenerbahçe brought German football star Mesut Özil to Istanbul after the 32-year-old reached an agreement in principle to terminate his contract with the English Premier League club Arsenal by mutual consent. Turkish football will definitely be gaining a huge star and some greater interest from the wider footballing community. This would especially be the case for those people who feel that the player was treated unfairly in his last few months at Arsenal. Özil, who terminated his contract with the Gunners 6 months before it was set to expire, will reportedly sign a 3.5-year contract with the Super League club after appearing for a medical later this week. But according to the rules of the Ministry of Health, Özil must wait until he completes a period of quarantine in Turkey before undergoing a medical to complete his much-awaited move to Fenerbahçe from the London-based club as a free agent. The versatile midfielder will reportedly earn €4 million per year at the Ülker Stadium, excluding premiums and bonuses. The 32-year-old will also receive €500,000 in bonuses if Fenerbahçe win the Turkish Championship and €250,000 if he can help them claim a Champions League berth based on the club's position in the final league table. In addition, €5 million signing bonus will be paid to the German star in installments over 3 years. Özil, who had been waiting for a transfer to happen for months, went to Istanbul from London by private plane. The German star and his family were welcomed by Fenerbahçe sporting director Emre Belözoğlu and other club officials at the Atatürk Airport General Aviation Terminal. The pandemic may have prevented a much greater crowd from visiting the airport to greet Fenerbahçe's new signing. Several journalists and fans got together to give the former Real Madrid star a warm welcome after evading the quarantine measures. Fenerbahçe sporting director Belözoğlu was the first one to speak to the media upon Özil's arrival in Turkey. "I hope this move will be beneficial for Mesut and for Fenerbahçe. I welcome both him and his family to their hometown. There are a lot of words to say for Mesut, but what I will say will be the common thoughts of all the great Fenerbahçe community. I hope that the dream of all Fenerbahçe people will also come true and we win trophies. We have to wait for 2 to 3 days. After that, we will provide necessary explanations together." Özil chose Fenerbahçe despite having other offers on the table because of his wife's wish to live in Turkey.
Evlenmeyi kabul ediyor musunuz?
Evet.
The former Schalke player was also a transfer target of the MLS club DC United. "I am a Fenerbahçe fan. That is why I'm very happy to be coming to Turkey with Fenerbahçe," Özil said. "I'm very excited. God gave me the chance to wear this jersey as a Fenerbahçe fan. God willing, I will carry it with honour and do everything I can for the team." Özil, who's not played a competitive match since March last year, replied to the questions regarding his fitness. "Of course, I'm missing a few matches. I haven't played a match in a while. But I'm physically fit, I have no issues," he said, adding he'd been training with the first team at Arsenal during his time off the pitch. Arsene Wenger, who signed Özil from Real Madrid for a record €47 million in 2013, has congratulated the Turkish fans for getting a great player in Özil who will always give 100% in every match and is certainly not past his best. "Mesut is a guy who needs a warm environment and I believe he will find that more than anywhere else in Turkey," Wenger told beIN Sports. "Overall, he can provide the balls that the strikers need to win football games. If they do that well, they have a good chance of winning the league. Mesut is like if you imagine an orchestra in music. He's a guy who plays the ball at the right time. The timing of his pass is exceptional, but the creativity of his pass is as well. In every situation he confronts, he gives the right answer, and that is genius. I'm sure that he's frustrated at having not played. His hunger must be absolutely enormous to play football again." Özil began his professional football career at Schalke 04 in 2006. Then, in 2008, he moved to another Bundesliga club, Werder Bremen, where he won the German Cup and the German Super Cup in 2009. Özil helped the German outfit win the final of the Cup tournament after scoring the winner against Bayer Leverkusen at Olympiastadion Berlin. His spellbinding performances for the Bremen-based club earned him a place in the German national team. Özil played his first match against the Norwegian national team on February 11, 2009. But one of the biggest moments in his career came when he helped his side win the final of the European Under-21 Football Championship held in Sweden. Özil claimed the Man of the Match award after scoring once and providing 2 assists in the final against England. Özil went on to become one of the most indispensable players for Germany, which became the world champions in 2014. His first goal came against the Ghana national team in South Africa. During his 92 appearances for the German national team, the classy midfielder has scored 23 goals and made 41 assists. As a result of his impressive performances during the World Cup 2010, he was signed by La Liga giant Real Madrid in August 2010. Los Blancos paid €18 million to the German outfit for the player's signature. Özil has scored 27 goals and provided 82 assists in 159 matches. His time in Spain saw him win the league title and the Copa del Rey. The pass master moved to Arsenal in September 2013 for €47 million, a record transfer fee in the club's history. His first Arsenal goal came in his first Champions League game at the Emirates Stadium in a 2-0 win over Napoli. And with 44 goals and 77 assists in 254 games in England, he played a critical role as the Gunners won 4 FA Cup trophies and reached the Europa League final in a span of 6 years. Özil extended his contract with Arsenal for another 3 years in 2018, and his weekly gross earnings rose to £350,000. But things started to get complicated after the departure of Wenger at the helm. The arrival of Unai Emery saw Özil pushed to the bench. The Spanish tactician was fired after 18 months in charge, following the club's worst run since 1992. Özil was ostracised by Arsenal after Mikel Arteta's arrival at the Emirates. The FA Cup winner was excluded from Arsenal's Premier League and UEFA Europa League squad in the 2020-21 season after he refused to take a pay cut during the epidemic. And since then, Özil had been negotiating with different clubs for a transfer away from London. The attacking midfielder said farewell to his teammates at the Emirates before flying to Turkey on Sunday to join the Turkish club in a bid to reignite a once flourishing career that faltered in London. There's a sense of relief that Özil's time at Arsenal has finally come to an end. However, you must feel a little bit bad for the 5-time German Player of the Year who did not get a proper send-off that he deserved, despite playing for 7.5 years for the English club. However, everyone is relieved that the long-running saga is finally over, but it shouldn't have come to this point. It didn't take long before public opinion on his game began to split after a fairy tale start to his career in London, with criticisms of his work rate emerging at greater frequency and intensity than ever. Was he the best playmaker in Arsenal's history? Probably not, but that's not really the point. Özil elevated a team that paired well with his ability. He never wanted to be the showpiece, only to deliver what was needed at the best possible moment. Perhaps he was so misunderstood because he liked to operate in spaces others don't always see, ghosting through the opposition defences and creating chances for his teammates so that others could get the glory. The very best coaches who worked with him knew what he could do, but most of us are too busy making an argument about his stats and contract negotiations. However, there's a lot of positivity surrounding the player's move to the second most decorated club in the history of Turkish football. Özil has a tough task at hand, knowing that the team he's joined has not won a major trophy since 2014. Fenerbahçe last participated in the Europa League during the 19-20 campaign, where they got themselves eliminated by Zenit St. Petersburg in the round of 16. The Turkish club lost the double-legged tie by a 2-3 scoreline, but things are looking relatively better if we look at the league table this season. Fenerbahçe are in the second spot and trail Beşiktaş by 2 points, and with the arrival of Özil, one can certainly expect them to climb higher up the table. It is tough to assess whether Özil will start making a contribution in terms of goals and assists in the short term after watching games from the couch for months, but his quality is well over some of the top players in the Turkish league. His arrival has already given Fenerbahçe fans a huge morale boost, and who knows if they can end up playing in the Champions League next season. However, it would definitely be an interesting scenario given the fact that the Turkish league, despite not being considered among the top 5, can be a rude awakening. The league overall is very physical, and you'd see defenders being uncompromising when it comes to defending their goal. Özil does tend to struggle when you put him up against physical teams, so this could be a great test for the experienced playmaker. Nonetheless, Özil's arrival at Fenerbahçe is going to elevate the league the way it did when Didier Drogba and Wesley Sneijder signed for Galatasaray all those years ago.